Now we're going to take a look at 5 licks in the style of Zakk Wylde, and I'd just like to point out that I'm going to be looking at early Zakk Wylde here, okay? So for some of you who are unfamiliar with some of his more earlier playing on the first 2 Ozzy albums, do yourself a favour and jump back and have a listen. It's a little bit different from the Zakk that you hear today with the Black Label stuff, not quite as heavy, a little bit more classic rock sounding, and definitely his feet planted a little bit more in the sort of southern and classic rock genre. I know that when he did the album Pride and Glory, which is a great album from around about 93, 94, he said it was a cross between Black Sabbath and Lynyrd Skynyrd. So some pretty cool sounding licks. So I've chosen that period. Anyway, here's the first lick, which requires the wah-wah pedal. Here we go. And I should point out as well that we're back to F sharp now for the Zakk licks. Here's lick number 1 for Zakk Wylde. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lots of pinched harmonics and lots of big vibrato. And also with that lick, we start off, we sort of strike the 4th fret of the G and the B and bend very quickly up and then release and then bend up slower. So you're sort of snatching at the lick. And if you can kind of push the wah-wah down to accentuate that and pull it back, so it helps to accentuate that phrase. And then we're going to bend 5 up a whole tone on the B string, and then play 2 on the top E, and pull off 5 down to 2 on the B string, and then bend 4 up a whole tone on the G, and then bend 5 up, and again release the 4, pull off the 2, and then get a nice pinched harmonic in there. That will really come out as well if you use the wah-wah pedal. So one more time. Here's lick number 2 from our Zakk Wylde licks. Again, you can use the wah-wah or not for this one. I'm going to keep the wah-wah on because it helps accentuate the pattern that I'm playing. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we start off by sliding into 5 on the E string, and then 2 on the B, 2 on the E, and then 5 to 2 on the B, and then 7, 5 on the B and the E, and then 9 to 7 on the E, and then 10 to 7 on the B, and then up to 12 to 9 on the B, and then 12, 10 on the B, so far. And then 12 up to 14, same on the B and the E, and then 17 and 14 on the B and the E, and then bend 17 up a whole tone. So slowly, it's just going up it's just the top 2 strings basically of each of the 5 pentatonic shapes. And then we have this little repetition pattern. Which is 17 on the G string, and then 14, 17 on the B to 17 on the G, and then 14 up to 19 on the B. Always going back to 17 on the G string. And we just repeat that and then bend up at the end. So one more time.